Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Mystic Quest, and when last we left off, we're seeking to raise the Dime Tower from the deserts of Ish, and to do so, we need to use Excalibur in the Cave of Ruin. We also found all of the equipment that we can get from here, that is the Dragon Sword and the Dragon Shield. There is no full set of Dragon Armor as far as I know. The Dragon Sword is a really powerful weapon, but it does have its drawbacks, and we gained a level up, which is wonderful. 48 power? Yes please! Let's move on to the next room and see if the Dragon Sword can defeat this foe. The answer is no. So we're going to switch to the next best weapon, the Thunder Spear, and kill it in one hit. It's very good to have a large amount of weapons to switch between. If only we had the Blood Sword, eh? And one hit there, one hit here, we are really strong, and one hit there. And we can't carry that, and you know what? We don't want that. So we're going to switch back to the Dragon Sword, because I don't think the Thunder Spear hurts these enemies. Aha! And the flying across the screen there failed miserably. We only moved a tiny distance there, and we don't want that item either. Where is that mirror? The mirror is over there! Have at thee, mirror! And thee was had at. Here is a room with two duck warriors. We're getting close to the boss, the only boss of this dungeon, and a boss that you can't use the fact that you can enter into the room and then attack from the area that's outside of the floor that harms you to kill that boss, because the boss won't be harmed unless you're in the arena itself. We're going to hit a few times here, but we're not going to hit that enemy with the Dragon Sword because it doesn't work. But the Thunder Spear will work. So one hit there, got to be very careful. We want to get all the experience that we possibly can. There we go. And you're dead as well. Excellent. And we want to be at full health because this is going to be quite a tricky fight. The difficulty comes about from the fact that all around this arena is an area that will hurt you. We want to get in here as quickly as possible and very quickly start attacking this Mantis Ant here. The Mantis Ant doesn't have any ranged attacks, it just moves around the arena and occasionally will move down to the bottom half of the arena. It's very easy to avoid when it does that. All you need to do is time your attacks very carefully and make sure that you have Cure equipped so that if you do get knocked into the surroundings, you can very quickly heal and move out, because this the sparkling things around us will really badly hurt you. Alright, it's not yet gone to the bottom half of the screen, which is good, because we want it to stay up there and do absolutely nothing. So far, you are not the most... Aha! There it goes, and we want to heal right here, and we are no worse for wear. Staying in this corner will ensure that the bit when it goes up doesn't hurt us. And a few more hits, and the Mantis Ant is dead. A really anticlimactic boss. Defeated Mantis Ant. And now we can go through here, and while it does hurt us, we have reached the end of this dungeon. Standing on here does nothing, unless you have Excalibur equipped. The Rusty Sword. Where is the Rusty Sword? There it is. This will now do something. Rusty Sword released its mystic power. That's quite some mystic power you've got there, Rusty Sword. And we managed to get out with no problems. Tower of Dime will appear somewhere in this desert. Excellent! Come along, Chocobot! This is the final section of the game where we're going to use you, because we're about to reach the point of no return, effectively. We're going to head over to Ish because there's something there that I may have forgotten. Also, resting at the inn is always a good idea. Alright, we'll enter into here. Maybe the Dragon Sword will work against these enemies in Ish. Maybe. Maybe not. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to rest at the inn. Howdy, you found the Cave of Ruins and now you're going into the Dime Tower? Oh boy, are you gonna die. Good night. Good morning. And we're going to go and check out the weapon shop, because I think there's something I missed there. We want to have a look at all of our items. We really want to get rid of the ice shield. We can get rid of that at the weapon shop itself. We want to just walk past all of these NPCs, and unfortunately we walked into one of the NPCs. That's fine, however, because the NPCs will eventually move, if we step away. There we go. we want to go into this weapon shop here. Why? Because there's something that we really want, and that is that we want to sell a few things. I thought for a moment that we get a completely different item here, but I was wrong. What do we want to get rid of? We could keep the ice sword. We actually want to get rid of the ice shield here. The ice shield isn't going to serve us anymore, and we could actually get rid of the ice sword. You know what, we'll hold on to it for now, just in case. We're now going to go to the Dime Tower, and the Dime Tower is quite a large dungeon. It's going to be a difficult dungeon, but we have more than enough supplies to make going through it rather easy, and there's something else that makes it even easier. Come along, Chocobot, we must go and find the Dime Tower, and we must also see if this weapon is decent against these enemies. The answer is, it finally is a weapon that we can use against all these foes. A little too late because we're about to leave this area and never come back, but it's always nice to have a weapon that's really useful, but not against you. You are not harmed by this weapon. And here's the Dime Tower. And up it rises from the sand. It's a very, very tall tower. We're going to be climbing all of that. All of it. And in we go. Wait for me. We are never going to come out of this tower on the bottom floor again. Chocobot is going to be waiting for a very long time. You've served us well, Chocobot, but now we must part ways. Take care of yourself. And as soon as we come in, hello! I am Marcy. I search relics. Dr. Bow Wow made me. Oh, I know Dr. Bow Wow. How is Dr. Bow Wow? Oh, he's fine. Has Dr. Bow Wow requested that I return to him? No? Then I shall continue. He left me here. I waited 50 years. He forgot me. I'm sure he hasn't forgotten you. Did he mention me at all when you went to see him? No, then he has forgotten me. I can help you. Take me with you. How can you help me? You will see. My name's Jim, by the way. Hello, Jim. You said my name correctly. Of course. How else would it be said? You're my best friend. Confirmed. Status is now best friend. This is Marcy. What can Marcy do? Marcy, I recover your MP. Fully restores your MP instantly. Marcy is effectively a better Sky. Because Marcy instantly puts your MP to full, you can heal yourself far faster than Sky can heal you. Marcy also fires lasers. Marcy is awesome. Marcy is by far the best companion you're ever going to get in this game. And Marcy is going to help us get to the top of the Dime Tower. Let's go. And here are some very easy enemies, just in case you needed some keys or some mattock, you can get them here. And you also can't hurt the blobs with the dragon sword. We're actually going to equip the thunder spear for now. It's just a more versatile weapon. One hit there, and you are gone. And we're going to explore this entire dungeon. It's a very long dungeon, and there are enemies that we haven't seen before, like this duck wizard. This duck wizard who will die just as easily as any other enemy. And this foe here that can't be hurt by the thunder spear. Can it be hurt by the dragon sword? The answer is yes. We have some really good weapons right now. And here are some animated items. An animated sword and an animated gauntlet. Fortunately, Marcy's lasers and our sword are really good against them. We're not sure if this animated glove is agreeing or disagreeing with us here, but what we do know is that it is now dead. We're going to have to explore everywhere here, just to see if we can find any items of any particular importance. There are areas that we need to go to in here. And there is a grasping gauntlet there. We don't want any of these enemies to walk into us. Marcy isn't one for talking that much, so we're just going to explore around and do things like check this pot to make sure there isn't a way down here. Alright, nothing there, and nothing here while we're looking. This door is locked. Do we have enough keys? We have quite a few keys. Might as well go in here and see what's in here. The answer is, there's something for us to read. The evil force of people makes the tree evil. That's not good. That implies that Julius is making the power of the Tree of Mana evil with his intent. Julius, therefore, must be stopped. You're absolutely right, Marcy. Let's go. Confirmed. Going. You're my best friend. This has already been confirmed. And so, equipping the Thunder Spear, we move on. Into this room, with these enemies, and we can attack this enemy. I'm just going to presume that these two foes here can turn us into a Moogle, and I'm going to be very careful. We really want the dragon sword up here, because we're going to be using it quite a lot. And we're just going to spin the sword around. This is a version of the full will attack that I generally don't use with the sword, because it puts you at risk of being turned into a Moogle. We're going to be very careful here. Marcy, take care of it for me! Marcy did not take care of it for us. That's okay, we'll take care of it for us. And up here is a small puzzle, and some enemies that we can defeat with the Thunder Spear. This is a very long dungeon, but it's not a very difficult one at the moment, especially with the ability to fully restore our MP. We are going to need a chain, however, and there it is. That doesn't do anything, that doesn't do anything. Aha! That opens there, which is good. What about over here? Okay, there are enemies there that we really don't want to fight right now, so we're just going to go this way, and there we go. It is now open. Might as well head up into the room that we've just unlocked, and head further up into the Dime Tower. Speaking of going up, here are some stairs leading up. And the spear doesn't hurt that foe, or that foe either. We really need the dragon sword. We are definitely getting towards the end of the game. This is the penultimate dungeon of the game. Once we get through here, there is only one more place to go through, and we've gained yet another level up. Awesome! More wisdom for us. More MP. Do we want what's in there? I don't know. We have more than enough X-Ethers, and we have... Do we really need the Bone Key anymore? I'd say that we don't need the Bone Key anymore. So we'll just take this X-Ether with us, because we always need more of them. And so we climb further up this tower. So did you find any relics? Confirmed. I have found many relics of immeasurable value. Unfortunately, there is no store within the Dime Tower that I may use to sell, so that I may gain immeasurable riches. Can I have these relics of extreme power? Negative. I must hold on to them for Dr. Bow Wow. Do you miss your creator? I miss everything. I never saw the outside beyond a few glimpsing moments. I want to experience the world. Hopefully I'll be able to help you do that. Confirmed. Let us continue. And up we go to the next level, but not before defeating magicians who are also ducks, and whatever that thing is. I don't know what that thing is. There is one boss at the top of this tower, and it's a very tricky boss if memory serves, and the Thunder Spear is not working here. What thing does work against you? Is it the Morning Star? It does hurt you, which is handy. Let's move on and explore this floor and find even more enemies that we need to defeat. And we might as well just restore our health here. We'll just select Cure, heal up, and then ask you to restore our MP. I recover your MP. And now we have maximum. Hello, you. How are you? You are dead. And you likely are also dead in a moment. One more hit. You have a sword. I thought you were a magician. Turns out I'm wrong. You are not a magician. You are a duck knight. And we definitely want the Thunder Spear here. It is a shame that you can't have 2 or 3 weapons selected and you just use like the select button to cycle between them, but the select button is how you save the game. They should have just incorporated that into the start menu, but there we go. Got to be careful of these foes. The Dime Tower is indeed a very ancient structure, and it is full of technology. It's safe to assume at this point that the Empire Van Dole was a very advanced empire, an empire that used things way beyond the capabilities of the people of the world right now. Here are some stairs up, but I get the feeling we need to find something before we head up. There'll be some plot somewhere in this floor, and we need to locate plot. There hasn't been that much of it after all. We need to hoard whatever pieces of plot we can find. We don't want to go up there at the moment. We want to head in this direction. Aha! We found plot. One who touches the mana tree gets the mighty power. This only confirms my worst fears. Julius is using the Tree of Mana for his own nefarious ends. Confirmed. Julius must be stopped. Didn't you say the same thing last time? It is still not untrue. Therefore, the statement stands. That is true. Let's keep exploring. Confirmed. There's nothing over here of any importance apart from some enemies, and we're just going to head up here. Ooh, there's a corridor, and we have been frozen in place by some status effect. That is okay. We can just defeat one of those enemies, and then we'll probably need to use the Thunder Spear to defeat the other one. There we go. Ha-ha! And you are gone. But what is up here? The answer, even more animated items. Might as well kill them, we'll get experience. Experience is always good. We need to be a high level to take on the final bosses of the game. And we'll just take care of you. What is over here? The answer, even more enemies. We're not even going to fight you. We're going to head down here instead and attack these foes. Aha! And we hit multiple of them at once. Efficiency! Anything over here? The answer is no, and there's likely not that much of importance there. Anything here? The answer is no, and no. There was no purpose to coming here, but it's always a good idea to check, just in case. And that brings us here. We don't want to go there. We want to explore around here, and head into this room. That is, this room here that we've already explored once. But we might as well defeat all the enemies again, and go this way this time. Did I have a look at this one? Water from the evil tree turns people evil. It is a vicious circle between energy and mana. Oh, that's not good. We've got to stop Julius before it's too late. Confirmed. Julius must be stopped. Confirmed. You don't need to keep repeating that. Confirmed. Let us continue. We need to keep looking around and reading more of them. I don't know if we need to read them for any particular reason, but it's always a good idea to discover more about what's going on. We're going to head up here, and there are the stairs down. We don't want to go down right now. We want to keep heading up, and we know where the stairs up are. Want to very carefully move past you, and go into this corner. There are stairs down there. I wonder how we get to them. I'm curious, actually. Let's see if we can get to those stairs down. I doubt they're going to be very important, but I think we can get there if we head up. And no, we need to head across and then up. I'm just curious as to what's over there. Is there a piece of armor? Is there a weapon? Is there absolutely nothing? Ah, there's another room full of these enemies. And we now can't see. That's alright, Marcy doesn't need to see to kill all these enemies. We don't need to see to be able to level up. We'll gain more power without being able to see. And you are gone. Hopefully, yep, just as I hoped, that the status effect would go away, and not have one of those curious things where if you are afflicted with dark when you level up, you can't be unafflicted with it. What is over here? There are caskets here. Has Lee been brought back to life? The answer is no. Lee has not been brought back to life. If we press up on any of these, we'll neither find a vampire, nor will we find Sky. In here is nothing of any importance. I'm pretty sure those stairs just bring us up at a different location. So we're going to go back up, and we're going to go to those stairs up that we found before. Let's just attack here. Excellent. And we'll attack here. And we'll also attack there and there. Excellent. And we can't carry that. We weren't going to carry that anyway. We'll ignore you. Lasers cannot harm you either. And we will head to where those stairs are. Down here. Not down here specifically, but down in this general direction. And the ducks poison you. That is something to remember. You do not want to be poisoned and afflicted with Moogle status, by the way. I don't know if the game can handle multiple status effects, but I don't want to find out. And so, we heal up some more, and when we come back, folks, we're going to go and not head that way, because we need to actually head up and then across and then down. That is how you get to the stairs up, and that is how we're going to head further up into the Dime Tower. Just avoid all of you, and get rid of... Do we want to go this way? We didn't want to go this way. We wanted to go this way. Excellent. We have found the stairs up. And when we come back, we're going to quickly run away because we've been turned into a Moogle. You have taken on a most peculiar form. Form is of Moogle. You are now no longer Moogle. Explain what occurred. Oh, magical hoop attacks? Confirmed. Magical hoop attacks afflict Moogle status. Will warn you. Warning, Jim. Magical hoops afflict Moogle status. Thank you, I don't need to be reminded of it right now. I am merely reminding you of the fact that the hoops inflict the Moogle status, and you should avoid them. I know, thank you. Confirmed. Let us continue. And so, when we come back, folks, Jim and Marcy, Jim's best friend, are going to continue climbing the Dime Tower. For what purpose, we will find out eventually. But I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later. Later. Did you just end this for me? Confirmed. Can you see me? Confirmed. You really are an advanced robot. Confirmed. Are you just going to say confirmed to everything? No. Clever robot. Confirmed. Later.